Good afternoon. Thank you for calling. Sneaker King, may I help you?
Hey, how you doing? This is friggin' Sneaker King.
Yes, it is.
How you doing? I was in there, I bought a pair of friggin' Nike basketball shoes, you know what I mean? The ones you friggin' play basketball with.
Yep.
I bring them home, I lace those things up. It's like the laces, first of all, made out of like goddamn tissue paper. The laces falling apart in my hand, there's yarn and string everywhere. Looks like somebody ran these friggin' laces through like a blender. I don't know what was up with that, looked like somebody was nibbling on them.
What kind were they?
What kind of shoes? They were Dunks.
Pardon me?
I believe they were the Dunks, you know, the high-top Nike basketball shoes?
Okay.
The laces were just falling apart in my hand like butter.
You can bring them back in.
Alright, but
Take a look at them.
there was a few more problems with the shoe. I just want to run through this to make sure that I can still return them, alright?
Okay.
After the laces were falling apart, I said, you know what, I'll just put some yarn in there. I don't really need the proper laces, it's alright, you know?
Mhm.
So I laced them up with the yarn, and I take them out, and I go to friggin' blow my leaves off my driveway with the leaf blower, you know?
Mhm.
Because the big snow was coming. I didn't want all the snow to go in the leaves. It'd be a big debacle with the friggin' the slush. I wouldn't be able to move my car around. So I decided I'm gonna do it in these sneakers. I'm leaf blowing, just leaf blowing like any normal guy would. And the hot air from the leaf blower blows on the shoes, and they rip apart, and they get all mangled to shit. It was like the seams came undone. Everything. I don't know what these shoes were made of, but it was outrageous. It was like they just fell apart. It was like they were defective, I swear to God.
You can bring them in. We'll take a look at them. When did you purchase them?
I purchased these about a month ago. They were a little Christmas gift to myself, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So one of those. I decided I'm gonna splurge, go for the expensive shoe, and then they wind up being not too good of a shoe there. They fell apart. It looks like the dogs got to them. They're all chewed up and shit, you know?
So we'll have to take a look at them and see if it's a defect in the shoe.
Yeah. Well, it may be a defect, but my dog also was literally chewing on the shoe. So, I mean, I don't know if that voids the warranty, if I could still return it. I don't have my receipt. I don't have my box. They're about a month old. There's bite marks in it. I got a friggin' chihuahua. It's so cute. You ought to see the thing. He chews on it like it's a toy. It's adorable, really.
To be honest with you, there's not much I can do if the dog has been chewing on them.
He has been chewing on them. I allowed it. It was cute. I couldn't resist. I'm sorry about that. But I think I should still... These laces, you gotta feel them. It's like they're made out of friggin' tissue paper. I had to replace them with yarn. Now they're all ripped up. They have yarn for laces. The dog's been chewing on them. They have water damage because I left them outside in the rain a few times. They're about 2 months old. But I think I should still be able to return them just because of the defect in the shoe.
Yeah, but if you left them out, that's not gonna help the shoe either.
No, I didn't personally leave them out. The dog brought them outside, and I didn't realize because he was chewing on them out there, and they just got rained on. I put them in the dryer. It's all right. They just shrunk.
That won't do it either. That voids all the manufacturer's warranties on them.
What do you mean it voids the warranty? You friggin' kidding me?
Yeah, because you're not supposed to wash or dry your shoes.
But the dog was chewing on them. They were covered in dog boogers and stuff. You know what I mean? I could not wear these shoes. They were covered in dog saliva. Are you kidding me? Nike? This is Nike's doing this?
Yeah. Well, but it's not our problem that your dog got a hold of the shoe.
Is a manager or something? Because what you're telling me can't possibly be true. I just washed and dried them because they were dirty. I'm pretty sure that's standard procedure. When a dog chews on your shoe, you wash it.
Yes, but see, when you put them in the dryer, they do shrink, and it does. When you wash them, the glue, they're not like a waterproof shoe.
Yeah, apparently, because I left them out in the rain, they're friggin' in 4 pieces. I have them spread out on my floor. They ain't even in 1 piece anymore, but I'm telling you, I've only had them for about a year. The insole wore through from my dog chewing on it. The insole looks like friggin' Swiss cheese.
Well, sir, you just told me that you had them for a year now, before you told me you had them for 2 months.
Well, I may have lied before. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. If we're gonna get the Nike manufacturer involved, I don't want any lawsuit against me for lying to the Nike Corporation. But, I mean, I have had these things for a year, maybe more. And the dog, they've taken a lot of abuse. The dog has chewed on them.
You could try to get Nike to take them back.
You think they would comply? I mean, these things are terrible. They're covered in mud. Went fly fishing in them. I was wading in the stream with them.
I'm not really sure if they will or not. You'd have to call them, and they would probably ask you to send them to them.
I gotta be honest with you, I do feel a little bit disrespected that I'm trying to get help from you and you're laughing back there.
Sir, but you said you've had them for 2 months, and then you said you had them for a year.
You know what? 2 months, a year, at that point, what's the difference, right? Come on, I mean, we all have shoes for a certain amount of time. Doesn't matter how long. We have the shoes, we wear the shoes, the dog chews the shoes. Who knows what happens to the shoes? I should be able to return these friggin' things.
We offer just like a 30-day warranty on them. Against manufacturer's defect. Anything else has to go through.
Well, I mean...
Which should go through Nike. Or the manufacturer, at least.
So, I'm gonna have to call Nike up. How about your Sneaker King? You guys, you can't just take them back?
We don't take anything back after 30 days. It has to go through our...
Alright, it's been more than 30 days. It's been about 12 months. I take it you're not gonna take these things back?
You can call Nike and see what Nike says about it.
I don't want to deal with Nike. That's a big corporation. I just want to deal with Sneaker King Limited Liability Corporation, I suppose. I just want to deal through you guys. I don't want any Nike involved. I don't want you getting in trouble. I don't want anything to happen. I just want my friggin' shoes returned, all right?
Since it's been a year, there's not much that I can do with them.
I don't know. Can I talk to a manager or something? This is ridiculous.
This is the manager.
Well, you really can't take these shoes back? I think a decent pair of Nikes should last me at least 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, now if you wear them every day, you said you wore them fly fishing and that too.
Yeah, I wore them fly fishing, I wore them out in the rain, I wore them in the mud, I wore them in the snow, but it's not, I only wore them for a few months. For most of the time, they just were outside, and my dog chewed on them. I left them in my doghouse. They just got rained on a few times, but I wasn't wearing them. The dog was just chewing on them.
But, we don't warranty against, dog bites and stuff like that either. It's just a plain old...
Well, you know what? You gotta change your policy. This is hogwash.
Well, there's not much that I can do with the policy. The corporation sets a policy, and all we have to do is, abide by it.
I'm not quite sure what to do. I'm telling you right now, I'm never shopping at his friggin' Sneaker King again. Yeah, I buy sneakers from you. You'd say, oh yeah, we're Sneaker King, we'll give you a good deal. You give me an alright deal. But a dog can't chew on the shoe without it friggin' falling apart.
No, it has to be... I would take them back as a manufacturer's defect, but with the dog chewing on them, and you said that you've worn them fly fishing and that's, by the shoes getting really wet, they won't hold up.
All right.
But if you're wearing them every day, take care of them, they will last you.
I thought I'd take decent care of them. You have shoes? Is that correct? You wear shoes?
Yes.
Do your dog chews on your shoes, correct?
No. My dog does not chew on my shoes.
You have a dog?
I have a lab.
You have a lab. My dog is not a Labrador. It is a German Shepherd. They're about the same size. Your dog chews on your shoes. My dog chews on my shoes. Why do mine rip and yours don't?
My dog does not chew on my shoes.
You told me 5 seconds ago that he does.
No.
You have got to be kidding me. I get you on the phone. You're jerking me around. You're lying. You're contradicting yourself. You won't take back my shoes. What about the first issue? These laces? It was like they were made of tissue paper. They ripped apart like nothing the first day I had them 2 years ago.
If you would have brought the shoes back when the laces fell apart, we would have taken them back.
But I just replaced the laces. I replaced the laces with yarn, which was all right for like the first year.
Mm-hmm.
Then the dog got to them. And when the saliva from the dog and when I wore them outside in the snow and in the lake, the yarn fell apart. And then when I washed and dried the shoes, it shrunk up. And now the seams are all ripped. These shoes are probably really like 2 years old, to be honest with you, now that I look back.
They're even 2 years old?
A year, 6, 7 months, I wouldn't be surprised. These things have taken a lot of abuse. They're horrible. I would be surprised if you take them back, quite frankly.
Even, the manufacturers actually tell you, too, that the shoes, wearing them every day will last you, 3 to 6 months. That's how often they tell you to replace your shoes.
Obviously, everybody lets their dog chew on their shoes. It's not that big of a deal. You guys ought to take these back.
If you had them maybe a month, I would have no problem with it. But
it's
like you said, it's been 2 years.
Like 20 months, 1 month, 2 months, 4 months, 8 months.
There's a big difference.
It's not, though. Not a big difference at all. So, I'm going to come in about a half hour. We could exchange these out.
I can't take them back, sir. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not looking for a cash refund, but store credit. I'll just give them back to you. You put them in the back room. You give me a new pair of equal or lesser value. All right?
I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't take something that's been, that you've had for 2 years and.
No, you know what? It hasn't been that long. These shoes aren't as bad as you think. I'm just gonna come down. We could change them out, all right? I live right outside of Matamar, so I'll be there in not too long.
I can look at them, but I can't really. I can tell you now that if they're as bad as what you say, that with the dog chewing on them, I can't take them back.
You know what? They are pretty bad. There's water damage, discoloration, and everything. But I think you could take them back. I'll be in there in a little while. If you want, pull out from the back room what I want to exchange them with. The same ones, Dunks. I'm a size 12. I gotta pick up my daughter from soccer practice. It has to be real in and out. I come in, I exchange them, I leave.
You can, like I said, you can bring them in, and I can look at them, but I'm not gonna take them back if they've been chewed up by the dog.
I need these shoes exchanged. It's not a question. My daughter is gonna be late to soccer practice because you're gonna give me a hard time over these shoes that I got, and you won't let me exchange them. They were defective. A dog chews on them a little bit, they fall apart. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. I'll be there at 3:45. You have a nice day.